Spider-Man No Way Home takes all you know about Spider-Man movies and puts it on a blender, until what arises is a totally fresh start. Because of a messed up enormous scope personality for getting spelled by Doctor Strange, everybody in the multiverse who's mindful of Peter Parker's association with Spider-Man begins advancing toward the MCU Earth. While this implies Peter will meet his alternate universe equals, it likewise implies that they need to combine efforts to stifle something like 5 of the greatest villains throughout the entire existence of Spider-Man movies: Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Lizard, and Electro. The scope of No Way Home is out, and aside from recounting its very own account, it's not hesitant to investigate profound cuts from the Maguire and Garfield period, all things considered. In any case, a few fans could have asked why the film doesn't bet everything and incorporate a 6th villain as well. This, however, would complete the Sinister Six, an exemplary supergroup that comprises anti-heroes with resentment against Spider-Man. The more you ponder the shortfall of a 6th bad guy, the more unusual it is really. After all, as No Way Home proves on numerous occasions, the MCU is great at giving fans what they didn't realize they needed, and you'd be unable to find a Spider fan who wouldn't be delighted to see the famous reprobate group take on the web slinger, particularly in a film where there's 3 Spider-Men to try out the chances. All in all, for what reason didn't Spider-Man No Way Home present the Sinister Six? There are numerous potential motivations behind why Spider-Man No Way Home doesn't go full Sinister Six. As far as one might be concerned, the film appears to comply to a really severe rule of 1 significant villain per pre-Tom Holland Spidey film, and since there's a fantastic complete of 5 such movies, that is essentially it. Also, there actually is a 6th villain in the film, Venom. It's the Tom Hardy manifestation, who just learned of Spider-Man's presence in the post-credits scene of Venom Let There Be Carnage. He proceeds with his fringe MCU presence in the No Way Home stinger, which uncovers he got stuck becoming drunk in a distant objective, and couldn't be tried to advance toward New York before he's moved back to his own existence.
Oh, we just got here! No, not again! Oh.
On the off chance that you won't acknowledge Hardy's concise appearance as the missing piece of the Sinister Six, there are a few eminent film villains who are missing from No Way Home, yet there are motivations behind why they don't appear in the film. Paul Giamatti had as of now noticed that his Rhino will not show up No Way Home, and the Dane DeHaan and James Franco adaptations of Green Goblin, or, for Franco's situation, New Goblin, would probably have been confounding in a film that so conspicuously includes the Willem Dafoe rendition of the person. Similarly, Tom Hardy's Venom essentially implies that the Topher Grace adaptation would have been the oddball, intriguing as it could have been to return to that manifestation of the person. This leaves the MCU Spider-Man's own Rebel exhibition, of which Mysterio is dead, and Michael Keaton is vigorously supposed to repeat his job as Vulture in the impending Morbius, making his presence here unnecessary. If you want to get technical about it, No Way Home doesn't really feature even 5 true supervillains at the same time. Sure, Electro and Lizard are consistently villainous and, at best, biding their time to resume their wicked ways. However, the rest of the film's baddies change their allegiances over the course of the movie. Sandman starts out as something of an ally to Spider-Man, only becoming antagonistic later down the line. Otto Octavius and Norman Osborn are both good dudes when not possessed by their villainous shackles, and it just so happens that the former is freed from the mind control of his AI tentacles around the same time the latter's villainous goblin persona takes over. Thanks to these various good and evil turns, the group only has the makings of a sinister 3 or 4 at any given time. Further muddying the waters is the way that the entire plot essentially happens on account of Far From Home scalawag, Mysterio, whose presence is subsequently felt all through the film, and J. Jonah Jameson, who uncovers Spider-Man's personality to the world, and who unquestionably considers the webslinger's adversary. Truth be told, even Doctor Strange himself goes about as Spidey's main adversary at a certain point. Accordingly, you could contend that in spite of its huge abundance of villainy, No Way Home isn't especially keen on assembling Sinister Six, and just spotlights on recounting the best story it can with the main bad guys it expects to tell it. Furthermore, it's conceivable that all the time by not providing fans with a full emphasis of the villainous group, No Way Home guarantees the chance of a more formal Sinister Six someplace in poor Peter Parker's future. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do make sure to drop a like, subscribe and comment what you think of this.